I remember when I was a kid, I would get a physical disc of a game and I'd be excited to play it all the way back home. But by the time I actually get home, my family or my parents would always say, "Oh, hold up, bucko, you gotta do dishes first." Am I relatable yet, guys? Because I promise you, this has actually happened to me. And then other times I reminisce about how back when I guess Fortnite was popular, I'd come home from school, I'd want to play it with my friends because I don't know, some sort of event. But when I look back at these memories, I start like thinking like, man, I don't think I've felt this way about games in a long time. Like I feel like games have now just sort of started becoming more of a job than anything. So I began to just wonder why. And more recently I found that games tend to like cut out parts that make games more enjoyable just to double down on things they already do more prominently. Which makes sense because I'm not gonna just like expect every game to have the same aspects and same whatever just to be the exact same all the time ever. But sometimes they're cutting out parts of games that they should actually use. Or even worse is that sometimes they don't use them right or the community doesn't use them right. So that's pretty much what this video is about. Fortnite has a lot of social features. Voice chat, Delulu, which I don't know if that's still a thing. You have tags, which can help people friend you based on the same interests. And you can just like goof around in Delulu, or like even you can just goof around in regular Battle Royale and do a bunch of stuff. And you'd think with all of these features that Fortnite would be one of the best ways ever to make friends. And I'm just going to tell you right now, from experience, it is not. The main issue and the main reason I said you'd think instead of it is because nobody uses these features for what they're meant to be used for, or at least they don't use them in a good way. Like, people only use the voice chat to talk trash about their teammates in a game mode that has zero stakes, in a game that will give you zero monies for winning unless you're in a tournament. And people who use it are either people who are just angry or nobody uses it at all. They have it turned off, they mute their mics. Like, that's all the power to them. I'm not telling you you should be using your mic. I'm just telling you, like, a lot of people not using their mics are kind of the issue, because despite the fact that you can play duos, trios, squads, I'm pretty confident there's like another mode with more teammates. I'm not too sure. You still feel like you're alone. Like, you hardly feel like you have a team because no one's verbally talking to you. You just feel like you're playing solos, but with, less people to worry about. Or like solos, but now four people are ganging up on you for no apparent reason. Even in the game modes that are supposed to be more social, like creative, the only modes that I saw were more popular were modes like the pit or any other PvP mode, because like for some reason that's just all we like is shooting each other in the game that was already about shooting each other. And Delulu was basically just kind of grounds for people to troll each other. Now that was kind of a small minority. I know a majority of the people who played that mode liked having fun with it. Like, I had fun. Like, I didn't mess around with a lot of people because I generally suck at shooting people, so I just kind of just hang out. But it was just kind of, yeah, a lot of other people just wanted to play it like it's a battle royale. Because it is a battle royale. Like, you do get dropped on the same map, but it's just the fact that they treated it like it was the same mode like duos or solos. Now, there's nothing, like, when you take all that into account, there's nothing really fun about dedicated features like that when nobody uses it the way they're supposed to be used. The grand jury of Fortnite have already decided they don't want to use the social features unless there's a dedicated mode for it, so you eventually lose interest and excitement to get on. Instead, you're just left with a quiet game, occasionally interrupted by "yo, you're trash," combined with the fall off of many other issues. You wonder if it's even worth using the resources if there's nothing to use them on. Just a quick note, just like with the background video here, a lot, like when I talk about Minecraft servers, I'll be talking about the Hive because it's the only one I like. So, yeah. Minecraft Console Edition before it became Bedrock, so PS3, PS4 days, Xbox 360, and I think Xbox One came after that, is the reason I have the friends I have today. With the voice chat, the battle minigames, Spleef, Elytra Racing, all party modes that have no stakes. And any anger you would have would be gone almost in an instant because each game really only ever lasted 4 minutes at most. You could talk to people in your game, socialize, even on consoles that had controllers with no headphone jack. Then suddenly the Fire Nation attacked. Now if you want to play a minigame, it has to be through a server where you have to pay a subscription to even play online, and the modes themselves are less fun versions of the one we had. And that goes for like every server, right? Like I know you can't just say like I know it'd be unfair to say it because I know servers aren't like the people who made the mini games back then. So I'm not expecting them to just be the same. I'm just saying like I don't know why they got rid of them. And just for an example, battle minigames became survival games. And the difference here, I liked battle minigames because it was quick, the map was small so no one really hid, and it was just overall fun because it was quick. There was nothing to really, get too emotionally attached to. Now, survival games, which I don't totally hate, but they just last so long that even I have been put into a sudden death with everyone that is still alive. The maps are way bigger, and some people just like to hide instead of fight. Me. And everything just has a gimmick. So now it's a battle royale with supply drops, teleporters, what have you. Now this could, like I know some survival mode has that. I don't know if it's exactly survival games in the Hive, but I do know one of the server's game modes is exactly like that. Now they did well with some of the other modes, but it's just like most of the race modes that they even have aren't even like Elytra. You would either be boat stuff or Death Run, which isn't really a race mode. But I miss the Elytra. I miss the Elytra races. And to top it all off, if you're on Bedrock console, so for PS4, PS5, anything like that, anything that isn't a laptop or PC or a Steam Deck, I suppose, you cannot use voice chat. And that's not just saying like, oh, it's just turned off for you. No, no. What I mean is Bedrock inherently doesn't have voice chat. And the only way to get it is to have a PC and buy or download a mod that turns on voice chat. For some reason, it's a whatever. So now everything is behind a paywall, and any reliable way to talk with your friends lies solely in the hands of Discord, the third-party app. If you have to buy add-ons, pay subscriptions, and be on a PC or laptop to fully enjoy the game with your friends, you kind of have to ask yourself if the game is just kind of a price tag on friendship. Now, I don't hate Discord, but if our solutions can only be solved by a third-party app, then we have major problems. Like, I'm not just saying like, not trying to make a big deal out of this. Like, at the end of the day, it's video games. But still, it's the fact that they just get away with all of this just because there are third-party apps that do the work for them. Marvel Rivals has absolutely zero social life. I've already talked about it back when I did my video on like why I hate modern gaming. Like I did talk about it a lot there, but any mode you can use voice chat in would most definitely be used to talk trash or just be strictly callouts, because voice chat is only in the game modes that are more competitive, like quick play, competitive, or like various LTMs, which are still pretty competitive in and of themselves. Now there's one mode called Times Square, which isn't really even a mode, and it could really benefit from using the voice chat because it is just a hangout area, and they don't have voice chat on Times Square. I don't understand why. It is the only one that would like absolutely benefit a lot from using the voice chat, or even like if they added proxy chat. Like I know they don't really have to do that. It's a lot more to ask of them, but I feel like at least like a voice chat, like they already made it so that text chat works with people who are nearby instead of all around the map. They could so do the same with voice chat. Like I'm not sure what exactly they're holding out on. And to top it all off, the game has so much emotional baggage that you have to endure, like with the like social stuff they have with voice chat and text chat, that turning them off is pretty much the best option you could ever have. It frees you from any stress. But in turn, Marvel Rivals becomes a game with pretty much nothing to cling on to, because people are claiming there's like a lot of balancing issues. I'm not one to say. I haven't really been paying attention. I'm going to be so real. Hangout areas are quiet and sometimes even barren. I'm sure I've been showing like a little bit of clips here. I might show you when I was just hanging out on the dance floor. Because there's nothing fun to do in really Times Square, because anything you can do would be so much more fun if there was voice chat, but instead I'm just sitting there looking like this. This is copyright, I'm out of here. And the game just has so much optimization issues that like they ignore for the sake of a sale, that they released the game to previous gen consoles and they limited the amount of game modes they could play, like limiting it from like the zombie mode and everything like that back then. And on top of all that, they still crash. PS4 players still crash playing Marvel Rivals just by playing quick match or competitive. And I'm pretty confident it's because of the billion things you see on your screen when you're playing it. This just screen grab everything. There's a billion things going on your screen that you can't even differentiate yourself from a rock. Now I know I talk about voice chat a lot, about like how people don't use it and every other thing about whatever I just said. But the reason I say it is just because I'm part of the problem. I don't unmute my mic for shit. I don't talk to people. And the reason I do personally is just because no one else responds half the time. So I just don't even like try to get a response anymore. So at this point, I just leave it alone. If someone talks, I might respond back. It depends. But now it's just like I'm noticing these games starting to fall off and die, and I'm wondering like how good my predicting ability is. Back when I made my Fortnite We Need to Talk videos, I realized that kind of predicted the downfall. Like that came out before they announced that like Fortnite was like spending more money than they make. And then I made like I noticed problems with Marvel Rivals. It was in season 2, so who knows what's going on there. Like, I'm not going to say protect the multi-million-dollar companies. I'm just like, I just wish I could, like, somehow make my voice heard to all these companies and be like, hey, make your game better. I will say, this is so boring. I would like to not have to sit around. Like, there's the text chat. Well, where's the voice chat of all things, eh? Like, why do I have to just walk around? Why do I just exist currently? I had a little bit of fun at the clobbering ring. I'll give them that. Like, I did not hate that entirely. But if that's it, if the only thing fun in this social game mode is the fact that there's PvP in it, I'm gonna riot.